the one that I think most illustrates the subtle ways in which the media infects the way we think, is this one. Because so many people who would ordinarily know much better and have quite a clear line on things are absolutely persuaded that Harry and Meghan are the wrong uns, and that the royal family as it is, or Kate and William, or even Andrew Windsor, that they're the good guys. It's extraordinary, and it hasn't happened by accident. It is the best example, with the possible exception of Brexit, it is the best example of media gaslighting that I have witnessed in my life. And speaking of Brexit, find me someone that hates Harry and Meghan, but can't really tell you why, except something, loyalty, something. And I'll find you someone that voted for Brexit. In almost every case, but perhaps not every. 20 to 12 is the time. So you explain to me how the man mired in really mired for years now in lurid sex abuse allegations, vehemently denied, but whenever you are reminded of the vehement denial, you must also be reminded of the millions of pounds paid to one of his accusers in order to make one legal case go away. Gets an absolute gets a comparatively easy ride from the UK media, even in the last year, even post-disgrace, even post-payment, when he's sort of slowly crept back into the royal entourage at Sandringham on Christmas Day, or he's slowly crept back into the sort of public space. Was he allowed to wear a uniform? And Harry wasn't at one event. I could have misremembered that, or maybe they changed their mind at the last minute. But the idea that he gets an easier ride than his nephew, who has done nothing wrong, is extraordinary. And I'd like you to explain it to a mythical listener who's been asleep for 10 years. Angela is in Bracknell. Angela, what made you pick up the phone?
Because I've always liked Prince Harry, yes. And I do feel that he has been totally wronged by the British media. When he met Meghan, they made an extraordinary modern royal couple. She was portrayed as the golden girl at many events, and then bizarrely she was thrown to the wolves, and the public are force-fed on a daily basis nasty stories about mainly her, and unfortunately they need the same opinion.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that has captured global attention and ignited passionate debates. The stark contrast in media coverage between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's delve in. The Royal Divide. Media's contrasting portrayal of Meghan and Kate. The stark contrast in media coverage between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton is impossible to ignore, revealing a troubling undercurrent of bias in the British press. While Kate is often portrayed in a warm, glowing light, Meghan faces relentless scrutiny and criticism. The language used to describe Kate's actions is typically positive and supportive, painting her as a paragon of royal virtue. In contrast, similar behaviors from Meghan are framed negatively, with words that subtly undermine her character and intentions. This disparity in treatment raises uncomfortable questions about the role of race and class in shaping media narratives. The press seems to embrace Kate as the embodiment of traditional British values, while Meghan is cast as an outsider, her every move dissected and often misrepresented. This skewed coverage not only perpetuates harmful stereotypes, but also exposes the deeply ingrained biases that continue to plague certain sectors of the UK media landscape. The stark contrast media treatment of Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton. Meghan Markle's journey into the royal family has been anything but a fairy tale, with the press seemingly determined to cast her as the villain of the piece. The Duchess of Sussex has faced a barrage of negative media portrayals, often tinged with unsavory undertones of racism and sexism. Unlike her sister-in-law Kate, Meghan's every move has been scrutinized and criticized, from her fashion choices to her family background. This relentless onslaught has taken a toll, with Meghan bravely opening up about her struggles with mental health, painting a poignant picture of a woman under siege in what should have been her happily ever after. The stark difference in treatment between Meghan and Kate serves as a troubling reminder of the media's power to shape public perception, often at the cost of an individual's well-being. The Royal Divide media's portrayal of duchesses. Kate Middleton, on the other hand, has enjoyed a considerably more favourable relationship with the British press. The Duchess of Cambridge has been painted with an almost ethereal brush, her image carefully curated to embody the quintessential royal. Tabloids and broadsheets alike have fawned over her fashion choices, charitable endeavors, and role as a mother, often using glowing terms to describe her demeanor and actions. This relentless pursuit of perfection in Kate's portrayal stands in stark contrast to the treatment Meghan has received. Notably, the level of scrutiny applied to Kate's background, family, and personal choices has been markedly less intense, with potential controversies often glossed over or reframed in a positive light. This disparity in coverage has not gone unnoticed, fueling debates about the underlying reasons for such divergent narratives surrounding two women in ostensibly similar positions within the royal family. The royal double standard, Meghan versus Kate, in the court of public opinion. The stark contrast in societal attitudes and expectations between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton has been glaringly apparent since Meghan's entry into the royal fold. While both women married into the British monarchy, the standards applied to them have been worlds apart. Meghan, often perceived as an outsider due to her American background and mixed-race heritage, has faced relentless scrutiny and criticism. The press and public seem to hold her to an impossibly high standard, quick to pounce on any perceived misstep. Kate, on the other hand, has generally been portrayed in a more favorable light, her actions often met with praise or gentle critique. This disparity highlights not only the deeply ingrained biases within British society, but also the complex role the monarchy plays in shaping public opinion. As the institution grapples with modernization, the treatment of Meghan versus Kate serves as a stark reminder of the challenges faced by those who don't fit the traditional royal mold. The media's double standard, a tale of two duchesses. The UK press's treatment of Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton has laid bare a troubling pattern of bias and sensationalism that demands closer scrutiny. As we examine the motivations behind such disparate coverage, it becomes clear that certain outlets may be driven more by clickbait and controversy than by a commitment to fair reporting. This stark contrast in portrayal calls for a more balanced and ethical approach to royal journalism, one that doesn't unfairly villainize or canonize based on personal agendas. Moreover, the rise of social media has added a new dimension to this issue, amplifying both positive and negative narratives and allowing public opinion to be swayed by carefully curated headlines and selective reporting. It's high time for media outlets to reflect on their responsibility to present unbiased facts, rather than feeding into preconceived notions or stoking the flames of public discord. The royal rift media, Meghan, and the monarchy. The stark contrast in media coverage between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton has ignited a firestorm of public debate, with discussions swirling around privilege, race, and class. As James O'Brien's analysis reveals, the polarization of opinions on this issue has reached fever pitch, with some decrying what they perceive as unfair treatment of Meghan by the British press. Critics argue that the media's approach to the Duchess of Sussex is tinged with racial undertones and class prejudice, while others maintain that scrutiny comes with the royal territory. This divide has sparked intense conversations about the role of the monarchy in modern Britain, the responsibilities of the press, and the broader implications for social equality. As the controversy rages on, it's clear that the saga of Meghan Markle has become a lightning rod for deeper societal tensions, forcing Britons to confront uncomfortable truths about their institutions and values. The royal divide media's double standard in covering duchesses. The media's treatment of Meghan Markle bears striking parallels to the relentless scrutiny faced by Princess Diana, with both women subjected to intense public dissection and often unfair criticism. Like Diana, Meghan has found herself at the center of a media storm, her every move analyzed and frequently misconstrued. However, the contrast in coverage between Meghan and other royal women, particularly Kate Middleton, is stark and troubling. While Kate is often portrayed in a flattering light, lauded for similar actions that Meghan is criticized for, the disparity in treatment raises questions about the underlying biases at play in the British press. This double standard echoes the way Diana was pitted against other royals, highlighting a disturbing pattern in how the media constructs narratives around certain members of the royal family. Royal rift media's double standard shakes monarchy's foundation. The stark contrast in media coverage between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton has not only exposed a troubling bias, but has also sent shockwaves through the very core of the British monarchy. This disparity has ignited tensions within the royal family, with whispers of discord echoing through palace corridors. The potential damage to the institution's reputation cannot be overstated, as the public grows increasingly aware of the unfair treatment meted out to one of its own. Calls for reform and modernization have reached a fever pitch, with many questioning whether the centuries-old institution can adapt to the multicultural, globally connected world of today. As the royal family grapples with these challenges, the very fabric of the monarchy seems to be unraveling, thread by carefully cultivated thread. The royal contrast, media portrayal of Meghan and Kate. In the whirlwind of royal scrutiny, Meghan and Kate's responses to media attention have been as different as night and day. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, has been refreshingly candid about her experiences, pulling back the curtain on royal life with a frankness that's both captivated and shocked the public. In stark contrast, the Princess of Wales, Kate, has adopted a more buttoned-up approach, maintaining a dignified silence that's become her hallmark. This divergence in tactics has played out dramatically on social media platforms, where Meghan's narrative has gained traction through personal interviews and supportive hashtags, while Kate's story has been largely curated through official channels and carefully staged photo opportunities. The digital age has undoubtedly amplified these differences, turning what might once have been private matters into global conversations about the monarchy's future. The royal rift media's double standard. As we gaze into the crystal ball of royal reportage, one can't help but ponder the potential for a more enlightened approach. The future of royal media coverage holds promise for a more inclusive and nuanced narrative, with efforts to address systemic biases slowly taking root in newsrooms across the realm. We may witness a gradual shift towards more balanced reporting, as journalists and editors alike become increasingly aware of the stark disparities in their treatment of different royal figures. This evolution could herald a new era in the often tumultuous relationship between the royals and the press, perhaps fostering a more symbiotic bond built on mutual respect and understanding. Yet, as with any sea change in established institutions, only time will tell if these aspirations for fairer coverage will truly come to fruition, or if old habits will prove stubbornly resistant to change.